My name is Cassandra. And everything I ever worked for started inside a small, broken apartment. The place had only one bedroom. The stove didn't work. The sink always dripped. I had more books than furniture. And I was tired, always tired. I was the first person in my whole family to go to college. That should have been something to celebrate. But instead, I was drowning. I had to work 2 jobs. One at a coffee shop, pouring drinks for people who didn't even look at me. And another tutoring kids from rich families, kids who got dropped off by drivers in shiny cars. I helped them with math and science while my stomach growled from skipping meals. I lived with my parents. Not because I wanted to, but because I couldn't afford my own place. And every day, they reminded me that I was a burden. "You're 24 and still here like a little parasite," my dad would shout from the living room, beer in hand, throwing the can at the wall behind me. "You think you're better than us?" My sister Savannah would giggle. "Don't worry, Daddy," she'd say in a fake baby voice. "When Cassandra fails that essay thing, maybe she'll finally clean toilets like the rest of us." Savannah had dropped out of high school, twice. She had a baby at 17. And every time she made a mistake, my parents clapped like it was a prize. They gave her a car. I got a bus pass. She had a baby shower. I got told I was selfish for not having kids yet. And now? I was just 3 days away from turning in my final thesis, the biggest paper of my life. I was about to graduate at the top of my class in biomedical engineering. But the closer I got, the more they hated me for it. I protected my laptop like it was gold. It had 5 years of work on it, notes, designs, late-night ideas, everything. My thesis was a project to help people in poor areas walk again, people who couldn't get surgery. My teacher said it could save lives. But none of that mattered to my family. One night, Dad came into the kitchen, leaned on the counter, and looked at me like I was trash. "You think you're better than us, walking around with your big words and fancy ideas," he growled. He moved toward my laptop. "No," I said, stepping in front of it. "Please. I'm almost done." But he shoved me so hard I hit the cabinet. Savannah stood in the doorway and laughed. "Maybe she should use a notebook like the old days," she said. "Trash like her doesn't need tech." My heart hurt.